Hello and welcome, Aquarius. You are the next for the zodiac specific readings here in this series. I have taken a number of blank note cards, as I've done once before, put one of the zodiac symbols on the back of each of these cards, and then taken them in a blind pull randomly and meditated on those energies specifically to do with love and money. And I've written down some of the impressions, thoughts, and energies here. We're going to go over our channeled messages, get into about 4 or so oracle cards, and then we're going to lay out a few cards from the Akashic Tarot deck. So let's get into it. Your messages are meditative, sunset, clearing mind, body, spirit, a sense of acceptance, and then a twitch, which I don't know if this is like the hint of a smile, or I do believe there's an app. I was going to look this up. Isn't it a dating app or something like that? I don't know. This is showing my unknowingness of things. Having one specific type of partner or attraction versus seeking for lifestyle compatibility and all of those markers of deeper connectivity and compatibility. Releasing surface level or appearances to feel into the depth of mutual alignment. Releasing the superficial relationships and engagements. Expanding your daily travels, getting out and meeting, having new experiences, meeting new people. Finances came through as feeling quite solid, but you may be in a mode of saving, being wise with your money, and being simple with the things that you spend on and your bills. Generating many ideas comes forward, and balancing your engagement with your hobbies, having fun, and your workload. I sense that you are good at drawing others' skill sets forward. So you might identify as somebody who's interested in or skilled in some level of mentorship, being an advisor in some capacity, or some type of motivational, inspirational speaker, or some type of lifestyle coaching. This could be on any level. But if not, don't be discouraged here. In some type of a way, I'm seeing whether this is in drawing other skill sets forward in some way, there's a project or a platform that you are developing, working up the plans for. This may have to do with a service that you're offering. And so it may be important for you to develop some type of an intake program where when people come in, you do the little list of questionnaires, interests, and an evaluation analysis of that entry level initial contact, and then having some type of results driven product or program that you're offering, and then having a number of so-called deliverables that you're saying, these are what we can promise to achieve. If you do this, then we get these results from this program. So I'm seeing you being very focused, very business minded. And of course, since this is a general message, you can flip and reverse that. Maybe you are getting into a program where you are having an intake and looking for some type of results from your efforts. But I'm seeing you really trying to get with the program to focus down and get your business handled here. So protecting intellectual property may be an issue for some of you, which may entail drawing up some type of licensing, some type of insurance, gaining the right credentials, certifications, maybe schooling or whatever else might come forward. some type of brick and mortar might come through, looking for the space to work in, marketing. Other types of 3D practical structures may be evaluated as far as your financial outlays and investments and where you see yourself going. But I'm seeing that some type of drawing up plans or drawing something, like if you're building something, what would it look like? What's the arrangement of things? Or writing things down would be pretty important for you to really center your thoughts in the moment. Every once in a while, the neighbor's cat likes to walk by and it pauses because it hears me in here and wonders where I'm at. You're being visited by pets, maybe a neighbor. So let's get into your oracle cards, shall we, Aquarius? So first we have giraffe, visionary, which fits very well for this intellectual property, generating many ideas. So getting your vision written down, drawn up, and protecting, maybe naming and securing a domain online or something with your name might be important. Rise above earthly matters, glide through life with grace. You're able to see the right path, stand tall in your self-worth, and love with a big heart. Very nice. So whatever you're doing or working on may be something that you're offering to others, and know that you are on the right path. You're good again at not only seeing and identifying the skill sets of others, but to help other individuals to identify where their path lies and what they want for themselves. So you're able to really help others sort through and sift through things. So let's see how else this fits into your reading. Number 13, gliding through currents. With a different approach, you will glide through a situation with grace and ease. Going inward and bringing your understanding, perspective, or behavior into flow will help your dreams take flight. So yes, definitely going with the flow, identifying the market might be some of the practical concerns coming in with this, because approaching things from like, well, I have this, and this to offer is not as effective marketing as saying, you can expect to receive by identifying the market, the target, the main people that you're wishing to reach, and showing them what benefit there is, why they care, can get you further. But excuse me again. But somehow you're getting into alignment with the belief that this really does have the wherewithal to take flight. I think you're starting to really gain some momentum, and you're starting to have a lot of ideas and images of how you want something to look, and you're starting to really draw up some type of outline in some type of a way, um, in order to help something to be more natural. And this could even be just a 1 day event, a 1 day workshop where you're really trying to see what's the flow, writing up your syllabus and then letting others know what they can expect and the timing. Make sure that you have all of your things in nice order. And then we have convince yourself, not others. So interesting. The need to clarify, explain, or justify oneself in personal relationships is always self serving. What's important is knowing the truth about why you felt the need, because it often points to insecurities that could be dealt with in more effective ways. Hi ho, the universe. Interesting. So there's some level of inner work that's being being dealt with, being brought to the awareness, that's helping you to hone your product, to hone your life journey in some type of a way, where maybe you need to simplify your message, get down to what you hope to achieve for others, instead of saying, well, I'm really good at this because I have all of these credentials. It would be more so in this regard to not explain and justify and say, hey, believe in me, believe in me. It's more like, just letting your product speak for itself and getting to the bottom of any type of insecurities that are stepping forward will help you to really make a superior product. Those you love you. So there's also, whether or not it's about the love and money, we also see over here that in personal relationships, this convincing yourself and not others, maybe you, whether it's a negative mindset or um, I'm even hearing blame shifting, where it's like, well, I would have done such and such, but you didn't do this part of the thing. And so some types of justification, excuses, or, well, you did this, so I thought it was fine if I did this. There's some type of ego at work and play in the situation that's trying to open up your eyes to something that doesn't belong. So it's honing your vision to rise above something, some earthly matter that you have here in this justification loop here, to help you to work with things as they are, to accept and be present for your life in some type of a way, and to feel deserving, and to, in that way, really open your heart and your mind. So those you love also love you. To be beautiful in the eyes of another, simply forget they're watching. Tally ho, the universe. Simply forget they're watching. So, visionary, maybe you are somebody who's gaining attention, getting some type of recognition, and you have some type of insecurity that makes you feel perhaps that you need to withhold some type of information, or where are we going with this? It's about being vulnerable, and the ability to be vulnerable in the eyes of another. Often in the one-to-one connections, I'm feeling into something here in my own world. It's like often I can feel a certain way in one-to-one connections, but then if I'm on my own, I am in the flow. I'm easy. I'm just gliding through my day. I'm kind of talking to my animals like some kind of Snow White or something, but then as soon as I feel that I'm being observed, it's, and especially the people that I um, esteem the highest, or those that I really want to impress or have them esteem me in a higher way, can sort of lead me to have more tension and more restrictions in the way that I show up here. But there's some type of different approach that will help you to bring this behavior into flow. And in doing that, your authenticity and your relatability quotient, I'm hearing, goes way up. And then people can identify with you. and they're less threatened by you being tense and restrained and restricted. It's like, what are they hiding? You know, by you just being who you are and showing up more fully helps others to have confidence in you because you appear with that courageous, authentic vibe yourself. So let's see what the Akashic Tarot has to say. One flying out. Archangel Raphael showing up to help soothe the heart space, to heal and replenish any type of feeling of lack of fulfillment, lack of love in your life here. This may go back to an earlier time where you were really led or felt like you were made to question or to have everything that you did or your identity, your person, your physicality just questioned, scrutinized, focused. And so I feel like because of this scrutiny that you feel or judgment that you're feeling here, you kind of have become into a habit here, a pattern of really over explaining, over expressing, but know that you're surrounded now by greater love than at that time. And you being in your level of self acceptance here and fearlessness as an approach to your vulnerability and just laying it all out there can really help to heal the situation. And with Archangel Raphael, this really could be somebody embodying this greater love and acceptance, stepping forward to say, you know, you are enough. I admire you. I respect you. You inspire me, you know, and so, and I see your vision and you help me to see my vision, you know. So maybe you are also being told that you have the capacity to be this embodiment of love here. And the moment that reminded me of messages in the moment speaks of torque, and where something is holding something heavy, holding, and the more weight that gets pushed on it, the moment refers to when the when the object stops holding and kind of deflecting and creates torque or movement or spins on its head, for instance. And so there's a weighted situation or the urge for something stepping forward here. Let's take these two. And underneath we have the scribe. So I don't know if you've been really doing a lot of that writing and drawing with that scribe energy here, but look at that individual heart at work. There's a council over here in the background. So I don't know if you're working with a group or if this is your guides, guardians, your spirit team that is speaking through you and to you. Because next we have Archangel Michael also stepping forward to complement the Archangel Raphael, which that's 8 and 9. And then 2, the Akashic Library here. There you are again, hard at work, even at home. And so work and home, you're busy, you're engaged with this healing and this information. It's like you're so visionary, you can't even shut down the flow of this divine inspiration. And so Archangel Raphael, having the water suit, deals with the healing of the heart. Archangel Michael can very much have to do with the ability to heal the throat, our inner truth, our ability to speak, to feel heard and understood, and also has a lot of discernment and protective energy coming through to heal any type of judgment, misconceptions, rumors, or so on. Really guarding and protecting your reputation here and holding your loved ones in a very healing light. Let's see if there's anything else here. The Akashic Library also, yeah, hard at work and home. We'll take these ones here. Underneath now is the Seven of Forces. Something's really getting cleaned up, brought back into balance. Look at that clean desk. It's like you've spent so much time, effort, and work. All of these papers are now stacked up. I don't know if this is a transcript, if you're transcribing something, if you're putting a book into words, like a book on tape type of a thing. That dates me, tape. You get me. And so underneath, the other things that were flying out here are two worlds. Yeah, like the work and home. And look at all this industrious chores and household activity. And this individual just kind of seemed to be pacing when there's all of this abundance in their home and out the window here, but the fire's down to embers. It's like all of your work being done, and now it's like the waiting time and bridging the gap between your inner world and your outer expression here seems to be this bridging between getting into the flow state, really, of what's inside of you, really creating that momentum and that energy. Like, if I don't get this all out on paper, I'm just going to burst, right? That's the kind of idea that's stepping forward. Like, you silently, perhaps having been in this silent contemplation, head down at work, now having completed some type of big outlay project and bringing that forward out into the world, and then kind of waiting and pacing to see, am I accepted? Do they like it? How is it being received? And then we have the King of Roses, and the Scribe does come out here below that. Interesting. That's the 12. So, yeah. It's very interesting. I feel like somebody here is either approaching, or this is somebody that you have approached to see if they will pick up your enterprise industry, your product, publish your book, whatever it may be. Your product is being looked at and contemplated, but with the King of Roses, it's the master of emotions. There's something that's very resonant, again, with your authenticity and the resonance. 2222 on the timer. And this is your ability to bridge people's inner to the outer, to help them draw their skills into the world. And maybe you are somebody who's been very reserved, or perhaps even shy, or seemingly just of a different world, right? Aquarians can be typecast as the ones who are alien and different and misunderstood. They can be seen to speak a different language in a way. But I see with the Scribe, you have even more work to do. Maybe they're coming back to you with edits, or with, I really love this. Do you think that you could also do something about this? Could you write about this? Do you think that you could produce something for my company with a logo? Do you think that you could write down a workshop on this one? Can we do a part 2, a part 3? Can we do this in a series? It's like not only well received, but overwhelmingly happy to see what you've created. And then you get right back to the drawing board and you're like, oh yeah, I got a lot more. I have a lot to say, is what I'm hearing you saying here. So I hope that that speaks to you in some type of a way, and that you really give your vision the time and the energy that it needs to develop, and really honor yourself and work through those vulnerabilities, because you have an extra special gift that's come through in many of the previous readings. Aquarius is one of the signs who have gotten the most powerful readings of late. So check out some of those other ones if you're called. And I hope that you got something good from this reading. So wishing you all the best and so much love, Aquarius. Until next time.